Envy building as a 50 cellular. Yeah. Window shopping, never copping. I guess I can be considered as a regular. Hey. Never stopping, always hopping to locations I've been.
Welcome. You tuned into From the Bottom Up with myself and Mohau. Now introduce me, sir.
Okay,
I
but
just
yeah,
introduced you.
that is my job. That is my job. This is the lovely Sisanda. How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm good. Funny I get to sit down and talk to you, right?
Bro, it's been a while.
How you been, though?
I'm good. I've been up and down, busy, trying to keep myself sane. Pretty much that.
Bro,
Yeah.
we all know why we're here.
Yeah.
A lot don't know who you are. Like, they really don't know who you are.
They know about me.
They know about you.
Yeah.
Yeah, but tell us, who is Sisanda? Because I know, but they don't know. Yeah. Who is Sisanda, though?
It's Sisanda.
Yeah.
No, it's always crazy when someone asks you who you are, you get confused. But I guess for the most part, Sisanda is... Girl, I'm kidding. Sisanda is an artist. I'm a visual artist.
Yeah.
Art has always been something that I've, held on to ever since I was a kid. Before I knew anything else, art was there. Art is my life. I can't run from it. I've tried. I'm still trying to, but there comes a point where you come to terms with who you are and the fact that some things you choose, but others choose you. And art is that for me. Art chose me. Art is that thing that keeps me up at night, that wakes me up from my sleep, because it's a story that I need to tell.
Alright.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
What got you into art, though?
My circumstances. Growing up in KZN, I was born and bred in KZN. I come from a big family to a point where, like, my friends were my cousins. We went to the same school. There was 5 of us. We were friends. I never really had friends from the outside. So when I got to high school and I didn't have my cousins, I became a loner, and art was my way of escaping without actually running away from the things that were happening to me, from like molestation, which I'm not going to go into detail about, to, being bullied and stuff like that. That was my way of getting away without actually running away.
How long have you been painting?
I've been painting since I was in grade 11, so 2016.
Yeah.
But I've been drawing since I was like 6. So I've been painting for about 6 years. No, 5. Yeah, 5 years.
Oh, I see. Because I know that you got the passion for it. Like, I've even seen it through your work.
To be honest with you, I don't even know why I can paint or how I do it. Half the time I paint and I just look at the work and I'm like, why did I do that? Even my art instructor back in high school would be like, okay, there's a specific way to mix colors, but you don't use that, so how do you do it? I'm just like, it happens. I paint what I see.
How would you describe your work towards others?
My work is, I tell stories. I'm a visual narrator. I like to tell stories. Most of the time they're not really about me, but I believe they still have a lot to do with who I am, because it's things that I care about. It's things that bother me. It's things that I feel like need to be changed or approached in a specific manner. I try to paint pictures that even people who may not be reading newspapers or watching the news or whatever can still relate to and understand. I try to have a conversation that even the illiterate can participate in.
And how long does it take you to produce the masterpiece that you normally do?
It really depends, hey, because it can take anything between 4 hours and a year. I have a painting that took me a year to complete, just because of the kind of mental state I was in while producing it. Then if I'm painting my face, like, it can take me 2 hours, because I'm just doing it for fun. But it really just depends on the concept and the story behind whatever it is I'm doing. The Zuma painting I did took me 4 months.
I saw it. I was like, whoa.
It took me 4 months, but then I was also juggling that with my matric. So I did it around the time I was doing my finals. I was writing my finals. Whenever I didn't want to study anymore, I went.
Did it reach like a broader audience? A Zuma painting?
It did. It's currently in the Mall of Africa.
Bro?
The Julie Miller Investment Art Institute. I haven't sold it yet. I want to, but I don't think I'm ready to let it. I feel like the world is not ready for it yet. So
You really think so?
yeah.
Nah, it's crazy.
And
It's
for
crazy.
some messed up reason, I actually want him to have it.
Who?
Zuma.
Really?
Yeah. So I'm gonna get it to him. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
that's a
get
goal.
it to him.
That's a goal.
Yeah.
That's a goal. That's a goal. Who would you like to work with though?
So many people, like so many people. Some of them aren't even visual artists, but I just like I watch a lot of documentaries and sermons, funny enough. But at this moment, I'm currently exploring my identity, and a lot of that has to do with people that have come before me, people that I choose to learn from. People like Miles Monroe, Joshua Mapponga. Miles Monroe is now late, but
Yeah.
I still see a lot of, well, I find a lot of value in his work. Joshua Mapponga is a priest and whatnot, but at this moment, I feel like in terms of visual artists, I would love to work with Nelson Makamo. I'd love to work with Mike Doggis. I'd love to work with Buena Sis. I follow her on Instagram. And
Yeah.
we talk here and there, and I just love her. I love the way she thinks. Yeah, I'd love to work with a lot of people. Benang is an interesting being, definitely.
I mean, that's a very long list, eh?
It is,
That's
Brian.
a very long list. I remember it was like a day when you were on Metro,
Yeah.
right? I'm on Twitter and I'm like, yo, I even text you like right on the spot. I'm like, why don't you tell me you're on Metro? What is that all about? Because I know that you ever did a painting on SDC though.
Yeah, that was a mess, honestly. Like, I'd love to look back at that day and be like, yay, I met Nasty, I met DJ Fringe, I met Samizi, I chilled with Rolene and all these people. Yeah, that was a nice part. But what happened was the night before, like 9 p.m., I get a DM on Twitter from DJ Fresh.
Yeah.
Big dog. I'm like, okay, cool, what's up?
The big dog.
You know? I got respect for that man. But I got a DM from him. He's like, hey, yo, we saw your work. I'd like to, have you come in and paint STC live while he's in, he's on air.
Yeah.
For 3 hours between 6 and 9 a.m. It's 9 p.m. I'm not prepared for shit.
For real?
I am not prepared for shit. But in my head, I'm thinking, this is a fucking great opportunity. Like, I need to seize this. I need to take it.
Yeah.
You know? Like, what if I never get this? You know? But I'm like, Sisanda, what if you flop? Which happened. I'm like, okay, Sisanda, what if you flop? I'm like, if I die, I die. Crap.
That's it.
I'm coming. What time do I need to be there? He's like 5 a.m. Shit. He's like, okay, no worries. We're gonna pay you, so don't worry about transport.
Yeah.
We'll Uber you. I'm like, alright, cool. Everything is sorted. Now the only problem is that I'm not prepared. I was lucky enough to like have a canvas that I was gonna use for another client's commission.
Yeah.
So I had that canvas that I could work with, but it was too big for a 3-hour painting.
Okay.
You know, I've never done a painting in 3 hours.
Like,
But I'm like, Sisanda, God, I'm going in. If I die, I die. You know, you wouldn't have presented me with such an opportunity if it wasn't my time, you know?
I agree.
I should have listened to my instinct. But yeah, dim law, I'm waking up the following day, 4 a.m., get ready, go there, meet everyone. It's nice, it's chilled, fresh as, you know, he receives me. I'm like, alright, cool. Meet Nasty. Nasty's very quiet. He's in his corner. I was like, you won't be painting me. He also had an art exhibition opening that day.
Yeah.
So it was
I
like,
read about
okay,
that.
really? And then I start painting. Okay, first of all, they didn't really have a space for an artist in the studio. There was like all these things like mics and whatever sound systems, whatever.
The way the studio
But
looks like.
they literally had to rearrange a specific part of it so I could have a place to sit and paint. So now I use an easel when I paint, or I paint while standing against a wall. Now I have to paint while sitting, like I'm writing. Ooh, that's not normal.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, you already have, make it make sense, make it work, you know? So I'm there, fine, I'm busy painting. And then eventually when I pick it up, obviously when you look at something, proportions, perspective, visual perspective especially, is gonna differ.
Yeah, but that's true, right?
So I pick it up, I'm like, nah. At the time, it's 8:30. I have 30 minutes to finish. I can't restart. I can't you know, and be like, yo, you know what, I don't like this painting, so let me not have a painting. Okay, yeah, so that happened, and then eventually I had to just, you know, hand it in. Like, okay, everyone was like happy, we took pictures and whatnot, but I was embarrassed.
Yeah, you weren't confident. I know the feeling though.
I
I
was
know the
just like,
feeling
nah, this is not it.
because you know what you can produce.
Yeah, it felt really horrible, and people were saying crazy shit on
Yeah,
Twitter, like saying I'm Rasta's daughter. I love his daughter and shit. I didn't even take offense. I was like, yeah, I know Sisanda there. Ah, shit, you are Rasta's daughter, you know. But for the most part, I was just like, you know what, this is about me. I know what I can do, and I'm gonna redeem myself. So I actually redid
Yeah, I
the
saw it.
painting of
Yeah,
Nasty
I saw
C
it. I
just
saw
for
it.
myself, for my own conscience, for my own sanity. I don't give a fuck what people think. That's why I haven't deleted that picture
Yeah.
with the original painting.
Yeah.
Because that happened, but this is what I can do. With prep, continuous preparation and time, this is what I can create.
This is
So
you.
I did that. That's me.
Alright.
That's also me, but I don't know which me that is. But yeah, that's what's up. So yeah, it was an experience and a half. I met cool people. Yeah, at least I got that.
Alright. So how has your art changed over time?
You evolve as a person. Like, for instance, I've been taking a break, I haven't been creating, and the concepts that I'm actually supposed to be in New York. I was supposed to leave in New York on Saturday and exhibit with Agora Gallery in Manhattan, but Corona happened, so now like I'm just like, ugh. But then even with the concepts that I had, things evolved.
Goals. Alright. It was nice having you.
It was great talking to you.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me.
Nah, it's really nice. Alright. Check us out.